It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Oregon Ducks women's basketball assistant coach, Jodie Berry. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Brandon. Thanks for having me on. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about your coaching experience and how you got started?
Sure. Well, as you kind of know, I played basketball at Western Washington University. When I finished playing there, I wasn't quite finished with my degree. So I was really fortunate enough to stick around and be a student assistant for 1 year there. And then through that, I kind of made some connections with the Seattle Pacific University coach who was in the area and good friends with my current head coach now, Kelly Graves, when he was at Gonzaga. And kind of got my foot in the door that way by word of mouth. He knew that I wanted to get into coaching and kind of recommended me over there. So I went over there for a couple years and kind of stuck around Gonzaga for a bit.
Can you talk about how you've got to Oregon and what you've accomplished so far?
Yeah, so far at Oregon, we've been here for 7 years now and super grateful for this opportunity to be here, to work with this amazing staff, to have the privilege of being able to recruit highly talented athletes, but even better people. We've just been able to build something pretty special, we feel like, with, from where we started, we came in 7 years ago and weren't at where we wanted to be as a university, as a basketball program. And so we just kind of kept building, getting a little bit better each year, and landed some really talented players that were able to take us to the next level.
Can you talk about that winning culture that you've built at Oregon?
Yeah, I think it stems from the top down. So if you look at our administration here at Oregon, they are all about giving opportunities and giving resources to develop student athletes and give them the opportunity to be successful both in the classroom, on the quarter field. So we've been very fortunate to be able to have that in our pocket. Is the administration that's willing to help, the success of other athletic programs here at University of Oregon, and then just with what our staff has been able to do and get some quality student athletes, and that has kind of helped springboard us. And when you get the best players, other really good players want to play with them.
Can you talk about some of the state-of-the-art facilities at Oregon that you have?
Yeah, Oregon is unbelievable, top level. From the top down, you can look at all of our sports programs. They have the best facilities, the best resources, the best training staff. We have the Marcus Mariota Center, which is cutting edge in kind of recovery and injury prevention technology. We have all different just people to help these student athletes be successful on the quarter field. And we're very fortunate for that.
What was your time at Gonzaga for the last 11 years?
It was amazing. So I volunteered for 2 years. So when I was a volunteer, I kind of just helped whenever I could. Whatever coach needed a little bit of help that day is kind of what I would do. And then I was able to kind of work my way up to, I'm not sure if it was like a Dobo/third assistant at the time, but it was a part-time deal. And it was the same thing, kind of in that role. You just help, right? You're there to support, give the student athletes the best experience you can give them, be supportive of them, rebound, just kind of be around and then assist in any way I can. And then I was able to kind of develop and progress. And my time at Gonzaga was amazing, like an amazing institution, great people to work with, just top notch.
Can you talk about the director of operation position at Gonzaga and what you did on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, it was, when I was the director of ops there, I don't know if that was really my title. It was kind of like a third assistant director of ops. We kind of, it was really unique that we kind of all shared responsibilities. But during that particular time, you were kind of helping navigate travel experiences, helping coordinate any team issues, food, helping student athletes get into campus, into school, just kind of anything. I think that's kind of the catch-all position back then. It's changed a lot since I fulfilled that role to what it is now, which is unbelievable. The director of ops are literally the lifeline of the program.
Can you talk about your playing experience at Western Washington?
Sure. Western Washington was amazing. I was so grateful for that opportunity. I got to play for one of the best women's basketball coaches in the game, in Carmen Dolfo. She's currently still there. She's just remarkable. She was the first person who kind of showed me that you could do it all. You could coach, you could be a mom, and you could do it well. So take that piece about it. I learned so much about coaching from where I am now, but just kind of how to live your life from Carmen was pretty incredible. And then to be part of a team that was able to make a Final Four run is just amazing. You know, so many of those student athletes that played there at Western had plenty of Division I opportunities and offers and chose to go there to try and do something really special. I think Division II basketball or Division III basketball has a really special place in my heart because you really have to love the game in order to want to do it. And so coming together for that common goal, which you do at every level, is pretty incredible. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity, with those friendships with those teammates, and just the opportunity to grow individually as a player and then develop into a coach.
Speaking about Final Four, can you talk about the experience of going as a coach with Oregon to the Final Four?
Unbelievable. I think it's every coach's dream to be able to coach in a Final Four. Just the whole experience of it. You get there, you travel by plane, you get off the plane and you're greeted with, you know, music playing and people handing out different things, and everyone's just so excited to have you, and everything's custom Oregon this and custom Oregon that. And you get to the hotel and there's, because we were in Florida, this beautiful sand castle that has Final Four made out of the sand. Just a really incredible experience for me personally to take in and share with my family. And then the opportunity to be able to coach in a Final Four is pretty amazing. We had some really special players these past few years who have taken this program to a new level. And it was just a remarkable journey to see them get to that point to where they really wanted to be.
What was it like coaching in the championship?
Well, we lost in the semifinal, so we would have loved to get there. We were so close. Just a few possessions here and there we would love to have back, but grateful for the opportunity. And I think it was one of the things that fueled us going into last year, getting to where we wanted to be, to put ourselves in a position to try and compete for that national championship. And unfortunately, with the pandemic and everything, we didn't get that opportunity. But we learned a lot of valuable lessons along the way last year, and really grew and came together as a team.
What do you plan to accomplish in this upcoming season?
Gosh, I think first and foremost, we want to stay healthy, make sure these student athletes have a good experience. It's a really trying time to kind of have to be isolated a little bit. You know, yes, our student athletes are being tested daily. So we're taking those precautions to make sure that they're safe. But in the same token, they have to live a little bit of a different life and aren't able to go out and live the typical college life. So I think it's trying for them. So I think it's just embracing that experience and trying to find some little things that we can do to stay together as a team.
Can you talk about the recruitment process at Oregon and what that's like?
Sure. So we have a phenomenal associate head coach, Mark Campbell. He is our director of recruiting, and he's done a tremendous job of identifying top talent. And then our other assistant, Chavi Lopez, specializes in international recruiting. He's from Spain himself, but collectively between Mark, Kelly, and Chavi, they have done an incredible job of piecing together a really talented roster. I think for us, what's been really important is identifying top talent and sticking with them and recruiting them and staying the course with them. And once they got on board, like I said, players want to play with really good players. So once we were able to get them on board and have them here, it was a really fun experience. So I think that Oregon's unique in the sense that it's not just the women's basketball team that is finding success, right? It's the track and field program, it's the football program. So we have all these student athletes that are coming from all over the world to become elite, to get to the top of where they can be, to hopefully compete in the Olympics, to do that. So we're not just surrounding these student athletes with just other women's basketball player student athletes. We're surrounding them with the best athletes in the world.
That's amazing. What is the official visit like at Oregon?
Well, unfortunately, we can't have anything right now during the pandemic, but we just kind of want to give them a typical life. We love to center it around a football game because it's fun. That's a great college experience, right? And then just give them the opportunity to hang around the players on the team and get to know our coaching staff and our families on a outside level a little bit more.
That's amazing. What advice would you have upcoming women basketball players looking to play in college basketball?
Just enjoy the game. I think it's really fun to see these players who are working so hard and enjoying the process along the way. It is a growth. It's not going to happen overnight. So just keep working on what you can work on and get better every single day and enjoy the process.
What advice would you give upcoming college basketball coaches looking to get started?
Help in any way you can. Find an area where you kind of have a handle or a little grip on something and bring that to the table. And yeah, just kind of everybody has something they can bring to the table that their role would be. So identifying what your role is as a coach and really make the best out of it, and then help in any other aspect that needs helping.
That's wonderful. Where can my listeners find you at on social media along with the women's basketball program at?
Oh, good question. Well, I am not the greatest on social media, but I would say follow Oregon women's basketball for sure on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And then I am also on there at Go Ducks JKV.
Thank you again for your interview and best of luck in this upcoming season at Oregon.
Thanks, Brandon. Enjoy your day.
You too. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment,
You've
and
been
subscribe.
watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.